72 hours, goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud nine, and this nine is never on vacation. Start up that.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Tutu, and welcome back to another video on my channel. I just want to apologize for the inconsistency on my channel. It's been a long time, but anyway, today I'm back at it again. Gonna bring you guys some MCSG info. As you guys haven't known, if you don't know, MCSG went down about a week or two ago. So I'm just gonna name some pros and some cons, and then you guys can tell me your opinions in the comments below. Anyway, MCSG was released in April 12th, 2012. So that was when MCSG first came out. Now, I think a con was when they removed the Iron Rank in June 21st, 2015. So if you don't know what Iron Rank was, basically it was the cheapest rank, and it really did give varieties for other people who just could not afford it, or parents who were strict. You know, there would be at times it was $2. So I think Iron Rank was really just a big accomplishment for MCSG to make funds. But after that, I think it was really just a bad idea. MCSG V2 was released on November 13, 2014. Now, I believe in MCSG V2, there was a new hub, there's new game modes. They used to have a bunch of game modes, you know, such as Team Fortress, Quarter Brawl, I believe it was called. They had a bunch of game modes. Now, the new MCSG, if you guys noticed, was just like SG Solo, SG, Sky Wars, and all, you know, UHC, and it was UHC games. It was just all that, so they really have changed since then. Now, I feel like, this is a pro and a con. The pro was MCSG used to do a lot of giveaways back in the day. I noticed on their Twitter, you can find a bunch of giveaways by them, and it was really solid. But now and then, they don't really do as many giveaways. I feel like their Twitter, they really died off on Twitter. They weren't doing it as much. They weren't really doing any giveaways, and I feel like the community was kind of slowly dying on Twitter because they really got inactive on Twitter. So September the 2nd, 2014 was the day they were 1.8 compatible. I believe that was a really cool add-on because, you know, you can play on 1.7 and 1.8. You know, I've heard people say they get more FPS on 1.7 and better hits. Same thing for 1.8. It really is just whichever version you like better. I think that was a really smart idea. So whoever did that, congrats to you. That was a really nice idea. So I would say that's a pro. MCSG hit 2 million players on January the 8th, 2014. I thought that was just a little thing to add, and that's such an accomplishment, to be honest. Like, if I tried to do a server, it hit 2 million players, probably like 10 years later. Like, I'm not gonna lie, unless I was like famous or something, that's not gonna happen. So I really support MCSG. I used to be a big fan back then. Even though I was bad, I still used to play. Like, I remember the times where they didn't have a main hub, if I was right, and you had to type in like us.1.mcsg.in or something like that, I believe was the IP, just to get in a game, and then you had to /hub. But personally, I might have been stupid. There could have been a main IP, and I just never found it. So Platinum Rank was released on April 24th of 2014, and I think it bugged out or glitched out, so they had to release it the next day on April 25th, 2014. I believe Platinum was under Diamond, so yes, you could rank up. I think that was a really good pro, since it was more affordable than Diamond, and it was a really good add-on, so I would have to say that was a pro. The Skies update was released on March the 8th, 2015. That was a pro for me, because I think that was just a really good idea to add that Disguise update for YouTubers. Even though nowadays, now people can tell if it's a YouTuber or not, but back then I don't think it was as much, like, it wasn't as noticeable unless the YouTuber came in and then disguised and someone saw the name, but I don't think it was as much noticeable back in the day. So, MCSG used to do a lot of giveaways on Twitter. If you go on their Twitter and you scroll like all the way down, they had a bunch of giveaways on like Platinum, Diamond, Iron, and maybe even Iron, I think. And I think that was a really cool idea, you know, doing a lot of giveaways. They would grow their community. They would give people a chance who couldn't afford it to have a rank. But they don't do that anymore, because I feel like MCSG was just slowly dying, and it was kind of sad, because I think it was a really good idea to expand the community by doing that, but it just kind of died off now. So basically, that was all the info I have. Oh no, there's one more. April 1st, 2015 was when the stats reset for everybody. The leaderboards reset. The date may be wrong, but from what I can recall, it was on that day. So if my date is a little off, don't mind that. So that was when the leaderboards reset completely. You know, I was kind of mad because I had really nice stats. But, now I don't anymore. They're pretty trash because I pretty much ruined them when I first joined, and there was, teams and teams in the game where hackers on hackers. And the reason is because their anti-cheat was never really that good. I never really saw their anti-cheat ban many people. Obviously, when they updated MCSG to the point where they updated their anti-cheat, it did ban. I would feel it banned 10% more of the hackers rather than just banning about 2% of the hackers. So it was banning a little more, and I do appreciate that. I think that was a really cool add-on. But that anti-cheat still did need fixing for sure. I don't know why I struggled saying that, but the anti-cheat did need fixing. Anyway, it was better than the old one, so this was just basically me saying the pros and cons. If you don't know why MCSG went down, it actually went down because Chad, the owner of the server, could not support the funds anymore. They just weren't making the money they were before, and like I said, that was probably because they removed Iron Rank, and then removing Iron Rank was probably one thing that completely got rid of the funds. And then when leaderboards reset, a lot of people weren't happy and actually just left the server. Plus, with the hackers coming in, people weren't going to be happy about that. So a lot of people died around that age, and it was just kind of like MCSG was dying slowly. So hopefully someone can buy the server and we can kick it back up to a fresh start, and we can just hopefully have a better anti-cheat and maybe even leaderboards reset again. I'm not too sure about that, but it would be a nice chance for everybody if there's no hackers and hopefully not as many teams this time. So like I said, this is all my opinion on the pros and the cons. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, and I will be doing more maybe rants or something like this later on. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.